I'm gonna give this one a shot. Somebody told me to watch this. Faces of Death. Let's see. Skip a bit ahead. Oh. What's going on? What is that? What is that, bro?
There is a continual balance that must be maintained in the jungle. The death of one creature ensures the existence of
What are
another.
we watching, bro?
Deep within the Amazon basin exists an Indian tribe known as the Jivaros. Totally content within their domain,
Are
these
they about
savages
to
have
like
existed
murk
in a
somebody,
world
bro?
isolated from modern civilization.
The monkey? Oh shit. No way. Oh my gosh. That's a long ass. You blow that hard? What the? Damn, they got him twice?
They have always fascinated me because for them, killing on a daily basis is their only means of survival. And like the
I guess
animals
that is true, you know, when you gotta survive, you gotta do what you gotta do.
by their neighbors, the Jivaros eat all they kill. When the women began to make a potion called chicha, I knew my visit to their
Bro, I've seen this stuff in Mexico. Oh my, like I've seen like online about this stuff where they spit in to make the drink. Oh my god, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't, not for me, dude. I don't want to drink somebody's spit, dude. That's disgusting to me.
would soon be rewarded.
Oh
Manioc root, an alcoholic drink
no!
as a result.
Oh,
This marks
oh,
the beginning of a very special
oh!
celebration.
He's drinking it. No, I'm sorry. Oh my god. Okay, let's. What else is happening here? Oh, a lion. Oh! Did they shoot the lion? Oh, oh
Africa
shit.
has its own code of laws that expose another face of death.
Let's see. Dude, it's giving me chills, bro.
Through
Oh! Oh my god.
I found in the
Okay.
Western world life
Okay. Okay. Uh. Uh. That's how they do it? With two nails? They put the chicken's head? Is this even real?
Watching this rooster writhe in pain around the barnyard, the woman assured me the bird had felt nothing. Since his death is so sudden, movement is caused by a nervous reflex.
Yeah, I think I heard about that. It's like the leftover ATP in your body. And the muscles that just... I thought you usually need like salt to activate that. Though, so if you put like salt on frog legs, they start dancing.
Viewing this whole process, I began to question my ability to survive under these same conditions. If necessity dictated that I become my own provider, I think I'd choose the life of a vegetarian.
Damn. Hey, there was some, one of my friends of mine, she was telling me, I don't know if we could watch that documentary. Maybe I'll watch that one for you guys on this. But she was telling me about, um, how she was like vegetarian and how like she watched a documentary and that documentary kind of showed her things and made her like ask herself some questions and then end up like, you know, change, like not wanting to eat meat anymore. Um Yeah, I could see why. Funny enough, though, she says she started eating chicken again, but only chicken because they're not that smart. So
But what
was it
about
really
people
like a
who don't
bad
live on
thing?
a farm? Those of us
Oh
who
my
live within
God,
the
we
rules
oh
of
not the
ecological
fucking
society,
goats.
our carnivorous needs must also be fulfilled. To meet this enormous demand, Western culture has developed the ultimate killing machine to feed the hungry masses. It's called a slaughterhouse. Life in this profession begins early in the morning. The death-dealing process is an all-day affair.
Yeah, it was like the video she showed me, the documentary was like shit like this. I don't feel too bad watching this now.
One of the more grotesque
Damn.
slaughtering techniques is the method of koshering. Blessed
Oh.
by his hands, the animal bleeds to death. This is
Oh my
process. On
God.
its own blood, I could only feel pity.
What the
Since the demand for this meat is
Damn.
limited, only a small percentage is killed in this fashion.
This is some shit, man. Dang, how many of these did they make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some I don't even know. 5? There's 5 of them. Okay. Let's check them all out. Okay. You guys still want to eat meat? You guys want that hamburger right now? I don't know, man. I don't know.
The average American consumes 120 pounds of beef per year.
That's
In
how
a
they get
typical
it.
month, slaughterhouses
That's how they get it.
across
Look,
the country will
look.
kill nearly 3 million cows and
Damn.
385,000 lambs.
385,000 lambs?
And 385,000 lambs.
Oh my gosh. Like, that's how they do it?
Each individual along the assembly line has his own specialty. Day after day, they continue to work in this environment of death. When the novelty wears off, the workers inform me their job becomes a simple routine, a way to make a living. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, and that's the sad thing. We do that all the time in life. Like, I think ice workers, people that kill, just, yeah. A lot of people give up ethics and morals for money.
Do the animals know they are going to die? The men who kill them claim they
Oh,
don't. But when the machinery begins to rumble,
that kind of looks like a T-Rex or like a raptor.
conveyor belts start to roll.
What
Sounds
the?
that expedite death are heard by animal and man alike.
All right. Let's see.
When the waiter makes his appearance carrying wine and the special dining implements,
Are
it is
those
a sure
grenades?
sign our tourists will soon begin the ritual which brought them here. Feeling that the foreigners were comfortable within his domain, the waiter signaled for the house specialty.
It's a belly dancer.
Good evening. Here's the good food.
Good evening. You're eating human liver and brain.
After a matter of seconds, the gruesome ritual had ended. The skull was carved open for the delicate brains inside. While this
I was
continued,
just
it occurred to me
kidding.
that within the confines of this elegant restaurant, people were paying exorbitant prices to play the role of a hunter. A definite ritual had been established, and there was very little difference between what I had witnessed in this restaurant and the ceremony of the Maasai. The human being was killing for celebration, ready to devour the animal slaughtered. Throughout history,
Oh
it
my
was
God, it looks
believed
so
that by eating
gross.
the brain
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh! Bleh. Yeah, you see her face. She's like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, you didn't like that shit. What are you doing? What are you doing? Leave the monkey alone. Oh my god. Oh my. No, no, no. Oh. 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 I, I, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how much of this I could do. This is really disgusting shit.
Reaction to death in this particular environment was highly instructive. Flavor became incidental in this meal.
If none of you are going to win, I want to.
It would be another lifetime before any of these tourists would visit the Al Haram again.
But your cat.
Bro, you go on vacation in a foreign country and they bring you a monkey head? Are you eating that? Here, sir. You want the monkey head. It's the brain. Dude. Alright, sea life now? Alright, okay, this is...
The unparalleled beauty of the ocean is a unique wonder among nature.
Yeah.
Life within this domain appears sheltered from man.
Are we killing baby seals now?
But when
Is
the
that the fuck
hunting
we're doing?
instincts of humanity are directed toward this environment, the creatures of this world have little protection.
This fool... What the f... I'm sorry, bro. What is it? That's not fishing. What is it? This is gonna go... Oh my gosh, man. No way, bro. No way. No way, dude.
The man who kills for pleasure to feel the power of a gun and nothing else is a dangerous threat to the well-being of this planet.
Oh, yeah.
The professional fisherman hunts for another reason. The sharks he kills will be used by society for a variety of products.
Yeah.
The Pribilof Islands off the coast of Alaska presented another kind of hunter. Once a year, these men work from sunrise to sunset. They are contracted by the government to crop the herds of fur seals. This fulfills two necessary functions. Firstly, by performing their duty, a natural balance is created within the seal population. Secondly, the pelts of these animals provide a lucrative income to the government. The only thing I question is their method of death. Whether or not the seal feels any pain is purely a matter of conjecture. I am convinced that when these animals are herded together, their instincts warn them of their final destiny.
Run!
Soon will no longer matter, as this island is transformed into a battleground of naked carcasses.
No, bro. What was that, an alligator? No, I don't really like alligators.
The valuable skin of the alligator can bring a high price on the black market. Although this hunting is totally forbidden by law because the reptile faces extinction, these men will kill as many as 20 gators in a single evening. They are the murderers of nature. Although poachers manage to escape a great deal of the time, game wardens across the country are becoming more successful in apprehending these criminals who destroy creatures of the earth. The government has developed its own method of providing society with the alligator's precious skins. Special breeding farms have been constructed where these reptiles are raised from infants. Their growth to adulthood will cost them their lives.
I would not be that close with those alligators. I don't care, they are babies.
Channel 9 Action News.
I'm
here
not
today
doing
with
that.
Mrs. Ellis. Mrs. Ellis, as well as several other area residents, are having problems with what they consider to be a menace. Mrs. Ellis, can you tell me about that problem?
Yes, I'm very concerned. We've got a big alligator out there in that lake, and I'm really worried about it.
Well, Mrs. Ellis, do you actually fear for the lives of your children as well as your pets?
Yes, I do. The kids can't even go swimming anymore.
Is this your daughter here, Mrs. Ellis?
Yes, it's Lisa.
Lisa, how do you feel about the thought of going into the water with a potentially dangerous animal?
Not me, no more.
I ain't the
alligator
one,
seems
son.
to pose a threat to most of the area residents. Animal control officers have been notified, of course, but calls like this are becoming more and more frequent. And again, today, I believe the animal control officials will have their hands full.
Yo, I didn't know alligators were endangered, bro. Like, you're telling me a meteor couldn't take out the alligators, but mankind can?
Alligator?
Yes, I did.
Where's he located
He's
at?
over there in those weeds.
Right over here?
Yes, sir.
How large is he?
Oh, he's got to be at least 15 feet.
Thank you very much for the call. Let's take a look right over here, okay, Joe?
Sometimes a reptile gets his own chance at revenge.
No. We're not gonna see a man get eaten. No.
Moving on.
It's gonna drag his ass in there. Yup.
Oh my God!
Oh, my goodness! Get it, swell it! Go down! Oh, my goodness! Get it, swell it! Go down! Get the film, get it! Throw it!
Get the kids out of there.
When the game warden was pulled ashore, his mutilated body represented a violent retaliation from a creature which has suffered continual abuse from mankind.
Get him out of here. Give me the blanket. Give me the blanket. Be a peace. Okay. Here. Okay. Where's the ambulance?
A man hired to
Couldn't do it, bro.
Francois Jordan.
So with this one.
Characteristics of man is that he is the only animal on earth that kills for greed. I had the unusual experience of meeting the individual responsible for the assassination you have just witnessed. His weapons are the tools of his trade, while his aim brings in his wealth.
No fucking way. No fucking way is this real. No way, bro. No way, no way.
My name is Francois Jordan. I'm a hired assassin. When I kill, it is for business, not for political, nor even social value.
But there is another kind of killer, the human being who murders for no apparent reason. This person is placed in a situation where violence is the only means of dealing with reality. There are no judgments or morals behind the crime. It is an eruption of repression that manifests itself by causing the death of others.
That looks like Francois Gabard. No way. What the fuck?
Murder. There's a Mike Lawrence. Is our society to blame? Perhaps there's a Mike Lawrence in each of us, ready to explode when the time is right.
The primary responsibility as the county coroner of Los Angeles County is to investigate and inquire the circumstances surrounding the death of sudden unexpected nature, or by homicide, by suicide, by accident, or presumably natural causes, but diagnosis has not been determined. This responsibility is clearly written
kind
by state statute.
The Los Angeles County Coroner's Office. 24 hours a day, its doors must remain open, for death has no time schedule. The law states that when a person is suspected of dying by other than natural means, or if death occurs without medical attendance for 20 days, the coroner's office must investigate. Coroner investigators in the field handle as many as 40 cases per day.
40?
Once their initial inquiry into the victim's death has been completed, they accompany the body to the morgue. After registering weight, height, and fingerprinting, exploratory x-rays are conducted. This homicide victim had been involved in a gang war. In this particular case, after a total x-ray scan, the bullet that caused death was located.
Nah. Find drugs in his ass. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, there was drugs in his ass.
The cadaver is then placed in the hands of forensic pathologists.
Oh! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
This institution, I began to wonder about the people who comprised the staff. Being a pathologist, I am used to the autopsy routine.
Are you, eh?
Of his environment or a victim.
Oh, shoot. No way.
The criminal has existed throughout history. Whether he be a product of his environment or a victim of unusual circumstances, once he has taken the life of another, justice must prevail. When the verdict has been decided, the death penalty assigned, the guilty is confronted with his ultimate end.
What are you taking pictures of that
Imagine the
for?
feeling of knowing when and how
Those
you're
are the
going to
people
die.
they've hung?
The evolution of execution methods was the next phase of death I knew had to be explored. The 20th century prison. Composed of massive amounts of steel and cement, these institutions represent the last stop for the hardened criminal. If he is lucky enough to have been convicted in a state that has denounced capital punishment, he can be assured the rest of his life will be spent in a cage.
I don't know, would you rather live in a cage or like would you rather
marked the first
would you rather them kill you, you know? Cause like I hear some prison stories and like they're really bad, and I hear some other ones and they got an Xbox and a PlayStation, and you know they're fucking with the guard, and the female guard, and you know they bring in Chinese food and phones, and you know people are smoking, and you know, cause I also heard that like prison is a lot different than like county, whereas like in prison people are staying there long term. So they end up getting a little bit more to make them comfortable, whereas county is less than 2 years. So they don't make you as comfortable. They don't really give a shit.
legally executed in the United States in the past 10 years. Since his death, 35 states and the federal government have reinstated the death penalty. The gas chamber was first introduced in California in 1938. An airtight capsule made of steel, this death machine is the cleanest method of execution I have studied.
What the they what?
Within 60 seconds, the victim is rendered unconscious by the deadly cyanide gas. A few minutes later, his heart stops beating. What forced this young man into the life-crushing gears of our own penal system? A few days before his execution, we talked. He was senseless murder. This graduate of the penal system was taking his final exam. Watching this man in his last moments of life, I began to feel guilty. True, he had committed murder, but wasn't there some other alternative? Couldn't some kind of effective rehabilitation been devised to help straighten out this young man after his first crime? Or was he simply beyond help, conditioned to the point where violence became his only means of survival?
Why do they need a win? Oh, I mean,
Seal the airtight door. The cyanide capsules were then released into a vat of acid. Despite the elaborate precautions, a strange smell, like almond blossoms, permeated the witness room. The victim tried frantically to hold his breath, but it was just a matter of time. Within the next few seconds, unconsciousness would lead this man to his final verdict.
Some sad shit. Is my channel sad? Oh. Said it smelled like almond blossoms. What the fuck do almond blossoms smell like?
Murdered an 84-year-old woman. After a lengthy trial, he was sentenced to death by means of electrocution.
Oh, let's go through every single
method of hanging. Its premier enjoyment. Thought.
I already know what's coming.
Areas are sponged down beforehand with a brine solution to conduct electricity. Strapped to a seat that you will never leave alive is a situation that I still cannot justify. A man on death row is in a continuous battle with time and bureaucracy. When both fall into the proper alignment, the condemned knows that death will be the result. During the final preparation, those of us watching this man could feel...
okay, maybe the gas I could kind of see because you just inhale it and you go to sleep. You know, it looked like the guy was trying to hold his breath more than anything, you know. I mean, if you just because you're going to die anyway, it's just, once the gas is there, just, you know. Why don't they just, give him some anesthesia, just put him to sleep and then give him the injection, you know, we gotta hang him and we gotta get the gas chamber and the electric chair. What the fuck are y'all doing?
The fear being transmitted from his body. Even though he had committed an inexcusable crime, I began to wonder if two wrongs really make a right.
I know what they say, an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind.
His eyes are taped to prevent them from popping out of their sockets.
So unnecessary, bro. I'm happy they got rid of this stuff because what the fuck? We're a humane society. We just kill people with electricity. Make sure we tape their eyeballs so they don't fall out. Who came up with this idea?
Through the victim's body. At that point, the man is unconscious, and the whole process is repeated as many times as necessary until the prisoner is proclaimed dead by the physician on duty.
That's all it takes?
The room began to smell like burning flesh. After a brief examination, we all knew there was more to come.
What? You guys ever play that game at the arcade where it was like a monkey gorilla thing, like there's these two bars you hold on to, and that shit would shock you, and the longer you held on to it, like it felt warmth on the handles, the higher it would go up in score, and the more tickets you'd get, like at a Chuck E. Cheese or whatever. Oh my gosh, man, that was an uncomfortable game. I never really liked playing that game. Especially the smaller you are, more electricity, less electricity, I should say, it takes to affect the body. There's a blast in this room, man. This is fucked up. Oh! That means, okay,
if this is the only solution, humankind must stop and question the whole meaning of justice.
Yeah. I don't know if I can finish this thing, man.
The footage you are viewing was shot by a Canadian tourist while on vacation in the Middle East. I decided to include this sequence in my study, for it portrayed a barbaric method of dealing with...
Oh my god, bro. Okay, so Middle East, 1970s. This is what we're rocking with right now. All the shit I've seen in this video so far and so fucked up. I can't even believe it, man. Oh my god, I'm gonna be doing a lot more like jumps ahead to get through this thing because it's a long ass video. But this is some fucked up shit, man. Like, oof.
criminal.
Dick self for
To this day, I still don't know the crime this man committed. It would be curious to know whether his act was worthy of the judgment. The one redeeming factor of holding a public execution is perhaps it is a deterrent to crime. But is that any justification for execution?
Bro. Is this shit real?
Desire to gain power and a better understanding. Cults offer their followers four basic answers to the unexplainable. There is also another alternative for those seeking answers, the world of cults. Cults offer their followers four basic prizes: a sense of identity, discipline, knowledge, and power. To attain these levels, each cult has its own doctrine of laws that must be followed.
What the fuck was that? You saw that?
Each cult has knowledge, power. To attain these levels,
so we got a bunch of ladies, butt naked, on their knees, with their ass out. And then
each cult has its own doctrine of laws that must be followed.
It's the devil dressed up as Jesus. That's some dark shit, bro.
On the outskirts of San Francisco, a cult existed that promised its members immortality. I had heard rumors about their ceremony. They believe that the power of everlasting life was found in the internal organs of the dead.
These motherfuckers be saying anything, bro. Some people are like, tiger penis makes you strong. Like, oh my god, man. Just people be doing whatever. Like, fucking whatever, man. Do you know the secrets to living forever? Is you need to never shower. Like, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know what kind of accent that was either, but oh my god, dude. These motherfuckers. If these motherfuckers cut this motherfucker up and eat his organs. I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. This fool's licking his fingers up. Oh, what kind of sick shit is that? Holy fuck. Oh no.
Once.
Oh! You want some? Nah. Get that shit over there. Oh. Is she? What? Bro, these fools are... And they start... And they start banging? What the fuck is... Oh my god! Alright, so now I'm gonna get the other one too.
Throughout the hillsides of Kentucky and Tennessee,
Now we're in
exists
Kentucky,
another strange
everybody.
religious cult. They call themselves the Holiness Branch of the Church of God. Their frightening ceremony
That reminds me of the Baptist Church of Jesus Christ, aka the Normans.
is based upon the actual words from the Bible found in the 16th chapter of Mark. And these signs shall follow them
Look at
that
that.
believe.
Look at it go.
Found in the 16th chapter of Mark. And these signs shall follow them that believe. In my name shall they cast out devils.
Oh,
They shall
hey, you seen in that video where they got all the snakes and the and the fucking snake goes and just starts biting the guy?
with new tongues. They shall take up serpents, and if they drink any deadly
This
thing,
is
it
them?
shall not hurt
This
them.
fool is what
They
the...
shall lay hands on the sick.
Dude, what?
If they drink any they shall speak with new tongues.
That's what goats do to get rid of bacteria in their throats and
They shall
their
take
fur
up
or whatever,
serpents,
bugs.
and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. They shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover.
Is this that video? Is this where that's from? Dude. If this is where that's from, I gotta see this. These fools are crazy.
At the height of the ritual, the handlers of the poisonous snakes, or saints as they are called, reach a trance-like, almost hypnotic state of mind. At this point, confessions are made, and those who have sinned are purged. The power of belief was a key ingredient in this.
Damn, she really getting into it, huh?
Although we may be the most intelligent creature on this planet, we are also the most inconsistent. To find peace within our existence, we sometimes create a logic that endangers our lives. Basic prayer. Once I was a drinking man, amen. Once I was a sinner with women, amen. A drinking man, amen.
This fool's out his mind. I'll put these nicks on my head.
I was a sinner with
Oh
women,
my
amen.
gosh, man. I
But
can't
it
even
doesn't
believe
matter
these
no
people.
more. Amen. If the serpent bite me today, amen. It won't matter, because I can get salvation in the Lord. Amen and hallelujah. Later that day, a member of the congregation died of a snake bite. I wonder what happened to the Lord at that moment. I'm sure their faith masked any disbelief. Does a full moon affect the psyche of a human being?
Yep.
On the evening of April 22nd, 1977, it may have had some effect on Mary Alice Bright.
No. She jumped? No shit.
In
What kind of
1978,
fucking music is that?
35,000 people
There's no
suicide in the United
can't,
States.
can't put
A
happy
rate of
music
12
to make
per
something
100,000.
that's sad happy, okay?
Of the many faces of death I have studied, suicide is the most perplexing. Often it has
Dude. She's like unrecognizable.
developed to meet this demand. Within 24 hours after Samuel Berkowitz died of cancer, his body was being prepared for cryonic suspension. Once all his blood had been drained, a balanced salt solution was flushed through his circulatory system. This process completed, Mr. Berkowitz was now ready to be connected to the perfusion apparatus. A glycerol solution was placed into his body. This reduced the freezing damage that would otherwise occur and prevent cell deterioration. By freezing the dead, doctors are able to preserve the body so that sometime in the future, when a cure has been developed, the deceased may be brought back to life. This procedure can be quite costly. Just be sure you provided money in your will. Since ancient time, man has been interested in physical survival and has attempted to preserve human remains. The first man was frozen 10 years ago. Since then, hundreds of others have chosen the same path. TransTime in Berkeley, California are cryonic specialists. They sincerely believe that the dead they preserve will be brought back to life at a later point in time. Imagine what it would be like to die in 1980 and wake up 100 years later. If science is successful, the future will be inhabited with humans from the past. In a rapid wilderness, that back cost him his life.
Drown?
I find this kind of...
You see this fool? Look at. He's just, get him out of the
I
water!
find this kind of death particularly tragic. It is caused by sheer stupidity. Often we do things...
Where was it? It was right here? No, it's right here. This guy pulls up like, I don't know what happened, man. I was on the job, and the kid just drowned. It's just, sometimes they drown. Like, he doesn't look phased, shocked, like he could give a fuck less.
I find this kind of death particularly tragic. It is caused by sheer stupidity. Often we do things which later we regret. Even when people realize the danger inside these environments, their natural curiosity often blinds them to the obvious hazards. Having to rescue the inexperienced spelunker is the real hazard. When a person falls in this kind of situation, the danger is shifted to the rescuer, for they must climb to parts of the cave where nobody goes. After listening to these professionals, I grew to admire them. In their lifetime, they have made the commitment to save the lives of others, even if it meant their own death.
Damn.
In the wilderness. Once a person enters an environment that is potentially unsafe, he increases the odds of getting seriously hurt if he doesn't know what he's doing. I decided to include this story in my study because it supports an unusual human motivation. Some people will place themselves in precarious situations even when they're aware of the risk. Creatures that live in this terrain will often take advantage of the innocent vacationer. Although they may appear docile and tame, one wrong move could cause a vicious attack.
Bear. Honey, get out some bread. Let me throw some bread on. Come on, Bear. Oh, this is great. This is great. Come on, Bear.
You dumbass.
Look at the size of him. Come on, over here. Over here. Honey, keep
The
going.
footage you are viewing was shot by two tourists who happened to discover the same bear in a national park.
Here's some bread. A little more bread. Want some more bread? Here's more. Like that?
Oh yeah, you know something's about to
Honey,
happen.
be careful. Now, here's
This
some
fool is
bread.
not
Here's some
listening.
bread. And here's some more.
Get in the car! You dumb
Bob,
ass.
be careful.
What are you trying to get? The close-up shot? The money shot? You're gonna get that death shot right now, homie.
Bob, be careful. Oh my God!
I find this to be a particularly unusual face of death, for the incident occurred through total ignorance. It seems to prove a point that perhaps we're not as intelligent as we think.
Yeah, that was like the stupidest one I've seen so far.
A world of total incubation.
What the fool? Oh, volcanoes! That's, oh.
Sitting in our comfortable homes, living in surroundings that meet our every need, a world of total incubation provides a perfect way of life. No matter how safe this may appear, we still have very little control. A natural disaster can destroy this planet at any given moment.
That's true. He's not wrong on that.
Scientists have discovered 400 active volcanoes around the world. When the Earth decides to spew out its molten lava, death and destruction are the usual result. When it begins to rain, the human being has a tendency to become retrospective. Memories of the past blend with hopes of the future. In 1972, in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, there was one major problem. The rain wouldn't stop. Residential sections were totally destroyed as floods created millions of dollars worth of damage and left hundreds dead.
Damn! It's just popping off over there. Woo!
When a tornado and a lightning storm attacked a small town in Mississippi, a dual natural disaster was created. Fire would consume what the giant twister didn't destroy.
That shit is huge. That's scary. Why the fuck would anyone want to live around a place like that?
Day after the storm passed, a whole town had been devastated. 570 people lost their lives. To another area.
Damn.
This town was their home, and they would rebuild and restore their community, knowing full well a new tornado could one day return.
I don't want this.
He faces a whole new area of disaster. Fire resulted.
Fuck.
The victims, who were trapped 35 stories above the street, had only one route of escape. Perhaps the greatest disaster of all is one that man has created.
Wasn't there a pipe?
Perhaps the greatest disaster of
Couldn't
all.
Were they trying to climb down the
man
pipe?
has created himself.
Hold up. It looked like there was a pipe. No, there's no pipe. What about like jumping right there? Go there and then there, and then, I don't know. In the moment too, fire's burning. You're all scared.
One that man has created himself. If
Jarvis.
Still the Christmas sun in the morning sky look the same to you. Here's a friendly smile. Jesus doesn't
Yeah, pollution.
anymore. We need him like before. Look inside. Why?
nuclear energy was thought to be one alternative to a cleaner environment.
It is though, bro. I disagree. It's good. You gotta use it right. Motherfuckers at Chernobyl did not know what they were doing.
Radiation began to leak from a plant at 3 Mile Island. Conservationists proclaimed that technology had created one of the greatest threats to human existence.
Isn't that like the Bikini Bottom and like where SpongeBob is from, or like near? Isn't there a place called the Bikini Bottom?
The man thought he had the answer.
I got the answer. What the fuck? Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. She is going to be traumatized for the remainder of her life. I hope this is fake. I think it is. Look at, oh my god! This terrible attack! Nobody helps, bro. Fuck the iPhones, man. People be like, oh, you know, before iPhones, people would have helped that person. No, they wouldn't have. Instead of filming, they just would have screamed. Roll! This guy comes up. You ready? Are you ready? Oh, okay. Psh, like, dude. Fucking burn to death. Why Jesus doesn't live anymore. She's like, why? Oh, sad. This sad shit.
Radiation loads reaching max on Unit 2. Terminate all units immediately. Shut down.
Exact number of people who lost their lives during the 4 years this planet became the stage for World War II.
Damn. They're getting down, bro. Is that the Americans and the Japanese?
On Pearl Harbor, the United States chose to
this fool. Look at this fool.
The country of Germany, with the aid of Italy, prepared itself to
oh!
The country of Germany.
Is that who they were copying? Julius Caesar? And it is interesting that the Vatican is in Italy. I just find that interesting.
It prepared itself to take over the world. One man was determined to change the course of history by manipulating human emotions through fear.
I mean, I think everybody knows by now this symbol is a Buddhist symbol. I mean, the flip version of this, like if you take it and you go like that, this is a Nazi symbol though, and it really the Buddhist side of it and the Hindu, like the old thousands of years knowledge, is interesting. It's really fucked up that they took this symbol and rebranded it to make it, a symbol of hate.
Adolf Hitler sent his troops on missions of destruction. By all.
Mussolini.
Allied forces soon began to halt the Nazi progression.
I feel like they just threw this part in because they didn't have anything else.
We are always ready to blame another if the circumstances can free us from our own self-guilt. It would be a better place to live 6 months in history. Kind of a people.
Oh no. Oh no.
The greatest killer of all is disease. Thousands die on a daily basis from an assortment of illnesses. The common rat has preyed on man throughout the centuries.
Yeah, fuck you, rats.
The carrier of bubonic plague, this rodent has caused more death than all the wars in history. The vampire bat has made its own contribution to the world of disease. This blood-sucking creature is one of the many carriers responsible for rabies. The disease centers on the nervous system, causing paralysis. The victim eventually chokes to death on his own saliva.
It's the most deadliest thing in the world.
Another fertile ground for numerous diseases is poverty. Even though medical science has discovered cures to many illnesses, Those who cannot afford the life-saving serums can only hope their death will be swift and painless. When a cholera epidemic broke out in India, hundreds of thousands fell victim. When medical supplies ran short, the untreated waited patiently for death.
That's sad.
Without food, the human being could not exist. Malnutrition eventually leads to one of the most painful forms of death, starvation.
Oh my
With the
God.
ever-growing problem of overpopulation, the demand for food around the world can no longer be met.
Hey, you peep that shit? What do you say?
Ever-growing problem of overpopulation.
And now they're saying there's a population decline. People just be saying shit and doing shit, man. It doesn't even make any sense. No sense at all. Man, this is the worst part of all this so far.
Demand for food around the world can no longer be met. Unfortunately, this painful reality has become a way of life for the people of Biafra. There is a modern-day plague which medical science is currently battling. It is a disease called cancer. Since this disease is capable of attacking any part of the body in many different forms, research centers have been set up across the United States with the hope of finding new cures to this dreadful plague. The Rigler Research Center at UCLA in Los Angeles, California is one such center. By conducting surgery on cancerous dogs, doctors hope to find new cures for treating the human being. This particular animal has terminal cancer.
My dog got cancer. Shit was fucked up.
Preservatives in our food may all be contributors to cancer.
Yeah.
Threats, the water we drink.
Let's hear this shit. I want to hear this part. What does he say?
Modern technology may someday find a solution, but many of us believe technology may also be the cause. Pollution, cigarettes, the water we drink, the preservatives in our food may all be contributors to cancer.
That food thing is a big one, everybody. Like, man, the food needs to be good. It fucks with you on a cellular level, bro. Whatever you put in your body affects you, and that's a big deal.
While disease fighters continue their explorations into the medical causes, their findings may proclaim a sociological change within society as necessary. Of this travel toy. Since many of us have yearned for the gift of flight, the sport of skydiving was introduced. Jumping thousands of feet, dependent upon a parachute, is the risk one takes if he wants to fly. Unfortunately, there is also the chance of death.
Yeah, very possible risk of death. Oh, fuck.
This accident occurred at an air show in the western United States. The man plummeted to earth from 2,000 feet when his parachute malfunctioned. I wondered what thoughts ran through this man's mind as he fell from the sky at 80 miles per hour.
I'm dead.
It appeared even in the world of make-believe, the use of transportation vehicles can end in disaster. Action-adventure movie stunt ended in disaster when a safety cable malfunctioned.
Hellraiser, 47 Baker, take one.
Work of a stuntman, the dangers faced daily are like doing a tango with death. These daredevils fall off cliffs, jump from moving cars, and perform any stunt which makes an actor appear fearless. Those who work in this environment have an interesting perception of death. This man,
he died.
Transportation is the locomotive, causing all the other cars to derail. Rescue the twisted metal. The modern-day traveler makes a choice each time he decides to enter the domain of public transportation. Although accidents on the rail systems of the United States are relatively infrequent, when they do occur, the chance of survival becomes questionable. Unidentified names of this undoing things were strewn throughout the wreckage.
What? That's the...
A commercial 727 airliner collided in the sky with a light plane, and both came crashing down in a residential section of San Diego. Many of those who witnessed the crash and the aftermath which followed are still to this day under psychiatric care. Living through this nightmare is an experience one cannot easily forget. When a woman heard the crash and went to her door, a body came flying through the window, covering her in blood.
Damn!
It would be a long time before the people of this area would ever board a plane again.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
About 8 months ago, my 5-year-old son Mark was hit and killed by a car. After that, about 3 weeks later, my wife Diane committed suicide. It was a very emotionally rough time for me. And I thought I was going to go mad. But after a few months, I had begun to pull myself together.
Sorry.
When this house just turned into a live
field of areas with hunters of the floor.
Ghost?
It was now time to bring in a medium.
Psychologist shot at the ghost of Binder's wife and child. Soul in each of us remains a traveler forever.
Oh my God. And that's how they end this shit? With nature and a bunch of life and the trees and oh, it's so happy meal. Oh, she, woman with her baby, the woman who just gave birth. Let's see. Oh, why the fuck? Okay, well that was something interesting. Anyways, hope you guys liked that one. That shit was crazy. I'll see you guys later.